The next chapter is about to begin. Join us live every Tuesday and Thursday for brand new episodes of the American Contractor Show. Our mission is to bring you the latest tools, innovations, and knowledge to help you become the most informed contractor in your market. Knowledge is the ultimate power, and we are connecting you with the most knowledgeable minds in our industry. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. American Contractors, I hope you're ready. This one's for you.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I, as a contractor, appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor that's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
And a good afternoon, everyone. It is a Friday, it is noon, and it's time for your daily hail forecast. For those who don't know me, I am meteorologist Heather Kay. Do not worry, John is fine. He's fine. We're just taking turns, guys. So let's get into some of our weather headlines. Again, we are seeing a chance for hail today in the Northern Plains region. And it looks like as of right now, tomorrow it's only going to be a wind threat, and the tropics are continuing to heat up, and some history may be made if things continue the way that they're going. I'll talk about that in a little bit as well. So let's talk about the Northern Plains, you guys. We once again have that chance of hail in some of the same regions that have been under the gun for the last few days. I know it's not a lot of population, but hey, there are still a few towns that have some population in them. Chances of hail will be possible in Sioux Falls, Pierre, northward to Bismarck and Fargo, and maybe as far east as Minneapolis, although I think by the time those storms get to the Minneapolis area, I think it'll be more of a wind threat. But the largest hail possible in those strongest storms can get up to a golf ball size. And let's talk about the wind. I think it's going to be more sporadic in nature, 60 miles per hour, maybe a little bit higher, but nothing too crazy. We do have the chances in the same regions as where there's going to be hail possible. So Pierre, South Dakota, northward to Bismarck and Fargo, eastward to Minneapolis. And we once again have that chance for some stronger winds in the southeast. And then a small area in the northeastern region with a trailing cold front. So that's what we're looking for wind today. Now let's take a look at the HRRR model. We should stay quiet until later on this afternoon. After about 4 p.m. we'll start to see some thunderstorm development in the central parts of the Dakotas. It's actually looking a little bit more isolated compared to what we were watching yesterday with what the models were showing, but we still have to keep an eye on that development. And as we get into the overnight hours and into early in the morning, we could see some more development in Minnesota, so we got to keep an eye on that. But we're not expecting anything too crazy. Let's move on to the southeast. Typical summer pattern. We do have a stalled out cold front, and it's going to be bringing in some instability, some showers, some storms, and some of those storms could reach severe limits with wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. And it's mostly, I think, going to be in Florida. So that is that. And how about to the northeast? Again, a cold front will be moving on through, and so some severe weather is possible along that cold front as we get into the afternoon hours. And then as we get into the evening, when the sun starts to go down, the storms will die out as well. And unfortunately, tomorrow, as of right now, we're not expecting anything in terms of severe hail, but we do have a chance to see some severe winds. There are two areas that we will be watching. The first is up here in Wisconsin, westward to, again, Minneapolis, Duluth. That may be still ongoing morning stuff. And then if I move to the other side here, we still have that trailing cold front that will, again, produce some severe wind gusts potentially as that front takes its jolly old time moving through the area. So let's take a look at the NAM model, the North American model, as we get into tomorrow morning and into the afternoon hours. We can start to see here. Let's see here. Oh, some of a quiet morning, and then I think around noon those storms will start to redevelop, and then some more activity looks like it will fire up in the evening and possibly in the overnight hours. Again, I do think this is going to be more of a wind threat than anything, but we will keep an eye on it. This is midnight, 1 a.m., and yeah, cross your fingers. Things can always change, you guys. And then moving on to the northeast, same story as what we're watching today. A cold front will fire off some showers and storms, and some of those could reach severe limits, and some wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour will be possible. So I mentioned the tropics are, of course, getting going. It's that time of the year, and I'll show you in just a second. This could be a history-made thing. But let's take a look here. We do have two systems that we're watching. We do officially have a tropical storm Laura, and then we still have tropical depression 14. This is expected to become Marco probably sometime today. And then we also, I mentioned yesterday, that wave moving off of the coast of Africa. We are still watching that as well for future development. So what is going on with these two storms? Well, this is Laura. She is looking a little bit unorganized right now. She is hitting some land in the Caribbean, and she's going to continue to hit just different land masses in the Caribbean, which will inhibit her development into really anything stronger until she gets into the Gulf of Mexico, where it's open water, and she will potentially become a hurricane by the beginning of the week. So as of right now, she has sustained winds up to 45 miles per hour. She's moving to the west at 18 miles per hour. You can see she's being land. Then she'll get into the Gulf by sometime late Monday morning, and that's when we really need to watch her, because the Gulf of Mexico, it's warm, and that's what hurricanes feed on. They are warm machines, and anything can happen, you guys. We have to see how strong she gets. But now we got tropical depression 14. This is going to be the future Marco. Again, I think later on this afternoon, this is when he will become Marco, but a little bit disorganized right now, but we got to watch it as he continues on to the north, and he's still in open water right now, but he'll hit parts of the Yucatan Peninsula and then enter the Gulf of Mexico by Sunday. And again, we got to watch it because the Gulf of Mexico is very warm. So two systems that we are watching at the same time. That is crazy. Speaking of history, let's take a look. This is very, very interesting, and we may have a first. The last time there were two tropical storms or two tropical cyclones in the Gulf of Mexico, just not hitting land, just being present in the Gulf of Mexico at the same time, was back in 1959. That was on June 18th and 19th. There was a tropical storm as well as Hurricane 3. Back then, they weren't really naming storms all the time yet. So that's that. And the last time that there are two tropical systems that hit the U.S. at the same time was all the way back in 1933. But this is where we may make history. If both of these storms do reach hurricane status and they hit the U.S. at the same time, we really don't have a record of when the last time that happened. So this may be a first since we started recording it. Whew. This is going to be an interesting next week. So stay tuned to what is all going to be happening with Laura and the future Marco. And of course, make sure you follow us on YouTube. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Twitter. Follow us on 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of them. And just stay tuned, stay high, stay, I don't know what the word is, but just stay high if you want to. And as always, if you have any questions, concerns, or you just want to say hi, you can give us a call at 855-334-4245. You can email us at info@hilltrace.com and check out our website as well at www.hilltrace.com, where we have more information about the products that we offer. We have some bios about each and every one of us so you can get to know us a little bit better, so check that out as well. And I am meteorologist Heather Kay. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday and a wonderful weekend, and make sure you stay tuned with these two tropical systems. It's going to be a crazy ride.